Hello, welcome to this answer explanation video. This video will talk you through the answers for the negative numbers worksheet and we'll talk you through some of the tricky bits as well. Question 1 says write the correct temperature for each thermometer, and we have the 5 thermometers here, A, B, C, D and E. Starting over at thermometer A, if we look at the temperatures that are marked on the thermometer, we have -4, -8, -12 degrees Celsius. So we're going in jumps of 4 degrees Celsius between each marked interval. On the thermometer though, halfway between each marked interval we have an unmarked interval, and each of these lines on the thermometer is registering at 2 degrees Celsius because it will be 2 degrees Celsius between each of the marked intervals, which are 4 degrees Celsius. So here it would be -4 degrees Celsius, then -6, then -8, -10, -12. Down here where the thermometer is reading, the marked interval above that is -20 degrees Celsius, so this must be -22 degrees Celsius. On thermometer B, if we look at the marked scale, we have 12 degrees Celsius, 8 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees Celsius. So again, each of these marked intervals is going in jumps of 4 degrees Celsius. So each of the unmarked intervals here is halfway between them. So every line on the thermometer is registering 2 degrees Celsius. So if we go 4 degrees Celsius, that will be 2 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius, -2 degrees Celsius. So thermometer B is -2. On thermometer C, we have 20 degrees Celsius, 12 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees Celsius. So each marked interval is going in jumps of 8 now. So halfway between them must be jumps of 4 degrees Celsius. So each line on the thermometer is 4 degrees Celsius. So we have 20 degrees Celsius, 16, 12, and then here will be 8 degrees Celsius. On thermometer D, we have -1 degrees Celsius, -5 degrees Celsius, -9 degrees Celsius. So each of the marked intervals is a jump of 4 degrees Celsius. Halfway between them would be, again, 2 degrees Celsius. So from -1, 2 degrees below that would be -3 degrees Celsius. On thermometer E, we have 65 degrees Celsius, then 45 degrees Celsius, then 25 degrees Celsius on the marked intervals. So here we're going in jumps of 20 degrees Celsius. Halfway between them will be jumps of 10 degrees Celsius. So each line on the thermometer is a jump of 10 degrees Celsius. So we have 5 degrees Celsius, and the next one would be -5 degrees Celsius, then -15 degrees Celsius, and this will be -25 degrees Celsius. Question 2 says, Diego the diver wants to reach the treasure. He dives down 8 metres. How much further does he need to go to reach the top of the treasure chest? So here's Diego the diver, and if we look on he's at this line here on the scale measuring the metres. The marked interval above him says -6 metres, and the next one below him says -10 metres. So that would mean that Diego is at -8 metres, and each of these lines on the scale is going down in a jump of 2 metres. So from -6 to -8, -10. Down here is the top of the treasure chest, which is on this line here. So Diego would need to go 2 metres, 4 metres, 6 metres and 8 metres down to -16 metres. So he would need to dive down a further 8 metres to reach the top of the treasure chest. Question 3 says, Susie is counting backwards, and Susie says, when I count back in 5s from 25, I will say -10. Is she correct? Explain how you know. There's a couple of ways we can prove this. One will just be to count backwards in 5s from 25, because -10 is, it wouldn't be that far to count to get to around -10 if we count back from 25 in 5s. So we can just do that on our sheet of paper here. I'm going to start from 25. So I'm going to go backwards in jumps of 5 from 25 to 20. 15, 10, 5, 0, -5, -10. So we have said -10. Counting backwards in 5s from 25, we have said -10, so Susie is correct. The other way to prove this would be to use your knowledge of number facts. Remember, every multiple of 5 would end in a 5 or a 0. And that would go for negative numbers as well. We're starting from a multiple of 5, 25, so any negative number, all negative numbers going backwards in 5s would also end with a 5 or a 0. So that will be the other way to prove it, as well as counting back. that was a video for the answers for the negative numbers worksheet from Classroom Secrets. If you want to watch a video tutorial of the skills linked to this worksheet, you can go to kids.classroomsecrets.co.uk, and for the resources linked to the skills on this worksheet, you can go to classroomsecrets.co.uk.